No.
You're not wearing anything on your feet. So I just want you to get your bearings there. So you tell me that you're barefoot. And as you still look down and around your feet, what kind of ground are you on? Are you inside or outside?
Outside.
You're outside? Very good. And you're going to be able to just have a knowing. Is it day or is it night there? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
Twilight.
It's twilight. Very good. And now I want you to connect with the body. And as you connect with the body and the energy of the body, you'll be able to tell me whether you feel male or female. Are you male or female?
Female.
You're female. And you'll also be able to describe to me what you're wearing. So observing that now, describe to me. What are you wearing there?
It's a long skirt.
A long skirt.
A bonnet.
A bonnet.
Like a blouse with a
Blouse. Yeah.
matches into the skirt.
And you tell me that it's twilight there. So you tell me that you're female. In a moment I'm going to tap you on the forehead, and when I tap you on the forehead, you'll see some numbers come to mind, and that will be your age. So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1. How old are you?
12.
You're 12 years old. And listen out for your name being called. What do people call you in that life?
Joanna.
Joanna. So Joanna, now that we're here on this journey, I want you to look around now, and if you could just use all your senses. Do you feel that you're on your own, or do you sense that there are other people around you in this twilight?
There's other people.
There's other people. So describe to me, tell me more, what is happening there? Are you working in the twilight? Is it an event?
No, we've been pushed out of the barn.
You've been pushed out? Of the barn? Why is that? Why is that, Joanna?
Something's happened inside.
Something has happened inside. You can use your intelligence now, and you can just float over that barn and take a full view of it and tell me what's happened inside the barn.
It's blood.
And you'll know where that blood's from. Is it from an animal or a person?
It's a person's blood.
So tell me what's happened there, Joanna. What has happened in the barn?
Angry words.
Tell me more. Who was involved?
Papa.
Papa.
There's a man with Papa.
Uh-huh. What is this man saying to your Papa? See the scene just before the incident happened. Just like you're watching a movie. What is he saying?
He's telling Papa he's going to kill him.
Mm-hmm. Why is he threatening to kill your father?
Papa won't sell.
Uh-huh. He won't sell the barn.
The barn and the land.
Uh-huh. And what happens next?
They're fighting.
Mm-hmm. Tell me, this person, this man that is fighting with your father, where is he from?
He's not from around here.
Mm-hmm. So what country are you in there, Joanna? Just see the name of that country come to mind.
It's new.
It's a new country.
Not many people.
Not many people. Mm-hmm. Would that be America?
Down the bottom.
The bottom of America. Uh-huh. And I'm going to tap you on the forehead, and when I do, you'll see some numbers, and that will be the year that you lived there. 321. What year is it there?
1735.
1735. Mm-hmm. So you see the incident now with this man threatening to kill your father if he doesn't sell his land, and they begin to fight. Tell me what happens next.
Mama screaming.
Mm-hmm.
The man is leaving but threatening to be back.
Leaving but threatening to be back. Uh-huh. And whose blood is it that you see?
It's Papa's.
Mm-hmm. So is your father injured?
Papa's dead.
Papa's dead? Just allow that image there. Just see the scene without taking on the emotion. Just viewing it like you're watching a movie. So he killed your father. Mm-hmm. So now you're out in the barn now. Tell me, what does your mother do next?
She's picked up the fork.
Uh-huh.
She's chasing after the man.
Mm-hmm. And what happens next?
People are dragging her back.
Who are these people that are dragging her back? Do they also live in
It's Papa's sister.
Papa's sister? Mm-hmm. So tell me, what I want you to do now is I want you to give me some description of your father. Is your father tall or short?
Papa's very tall.
Mm-hmm. And as you look at your father, what colour are his eyes?
Brown.
Mm-hmm. And knowing that the eyes are the windows to the soul, I want you to connect mind to mind and soul to soul with his eyes now. spiritually communicate with the soul that he's there and tell me, has he been in your life today? Or was it just that life?
Just that.
It's just that life. Mm-hmm. And I want you to do the same with your mother there. As you see your mother there now, I want you to connect spiritually to the soul and the essence of your mother. And describe to me, does she remind you of anybody today?
My aunt.
Mm-hmm. Your aunt. Very good. So tell me, Joanna, what happens now that your father has passed over and the man has left? What happens to the people that are living with you there? Do you stay?
They tried. They tried to make a go of it.
Mm-hmm. They try to make a go of it. Is it farmland? Or have you got cattle?
Just cattle.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
But without Papa, we don't know what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. So do you stay on the land?
For a little while.
For a little while, and then what happens?
The house has gone fire.
The house is on fire. So how did the house come on fire? Was that deliberate or was it an accident?
There was no accident.
It was no accident. Mm-hmm. So now that you can see it in full view, describe to me about this fire of the house. How did it start?
He drove us out.
Oh, the man set fire to the house? Mm-hmm. And did you leave after that?
We had no choice.
Mm-hmm. I want you to just see the image of that man there that came to destroy your family. I want you to see the image of him now in front of you. I want you to connect mind to mind and soul to soul with his eyes. And tell me, does he remind you of anybody? What's the first impression?
Yes, he does.
Mm-hmm. Who is that?
Harley's dad.
Uh-huh. Very good. Well, now that I've got that scene, Joanna, I want to close that scene so that we can go forward to another scene in that life where something significant is happening to you, where you may just want to travel to another life. But let's just close that scene now, just as you were flicking the switch of a remote control. And as you're now closing that scene, drifting and floating forward, moving forward to another significant time that you can describe to me, going through time and space, 3, 2 and 1, be there now. How old are you now?
19.
19. Are you still Joanna, or do you feel that you're somebody else?
I'm not Joanna.
Mm-hmm. Take a look at your body. Are you male or female?
I'm male.
You're male. Uh-huh. What's your name?
Jonathan.
Jonathan. Mm-hmm. Jonathan, look around. Describe where you are to me.
I'm in Germany.
Uh-huh. You're in Germany. What are you doing in Germany, Jonathan?
I'm the son of an aristocrat.
Son of an aristocrat. Uh-huh. And what year is it there in Germany? Just see the numbers come to mind.
1801.
1801. Uh-huh. And do you enjoy your life, Jonathan, as the son of an aristocrat?
No.
No? Why don't you enjoy your life? What's happening in that life there?
I'm not wanted.
Who doesn't want you?
Father.
Uh-huh. Why is that?
Father thinks I'm useless.
Mm-hmm. And what about your mother? Do you have a mother there?
Mother died in childbirth.
Oh, right. Uh-huh. So what do you do with your day then, Jonathan?
Not a lot.
Mm-hmm. So tell me about this father then. Describe him to me. How do you feel emotionally towards him?
Cold.
It's cold. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what does he do as his trade?
He's a wine merchant.
He's a wine merchant. Uh-huh. I want you to connect with him now by looking into those eyes and just teleporting deep within that soul. Does the Father in that life remind you of anybody today?
No.
No? Mm-hmm. So tell me, Jonathan, why have you brought me to this particular scene where your father doesn't want you in Germany? What do you do next?
I get shipped to England.
You get shipped to England by your father?
Yes.
Uh-huh. So what is the reason that you have to travel to England?
Father's remarried.
Oh. Mm-hmm. So tell me about this new marriage. Is it a good match?
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm. Describe this new lady to me. What does she look like?
She's very young.
Mm-hmm.
Father's old.
All right.
I told him it doesn't look right.
So she's a lot younger than him?
Yes.
How old is your father?
My father's 58.
Father's 58. How old is she?
She's 24.
What's her name?
Marika.
Marika. Mm-hmm. And as you connect with her essence, tell me, how do you feel about this Marika? She's not much older than yourself.
I feel sorry for her.
Mm-hmm. So why has she married your father? What's the reasons? Is it love?
No.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she wants to be married to him.
Uh-huh. Why did she agree to be married to him then?
She didn't have much choice.
Mm-hmm. Was it an arranged marriage?
Very much so.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And how does your father treat her?
Not like you'd expect a man to treat his wife. She's a commodity.
Did she come with land and connections, or?
She was a debt written off.
She was a debt written off. Mm-hmm. So somebody had a debt.
Somebody owed father lots of money
Uh-huh.
and were unable to pay him.
Mm-hmm.
So father said he'd have the daughter instead.
So he took the man's daughter.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So now you've moved to England. Describe to me, whereabouts in England do you live? Do you live in the north, south, east or west?
Hampshire.
Where?
Hampshire.
You live in Hampshire. And is your father still a wine merchant?
He is, but we don't have much connection.
So tell me, what do you do in England now, Jonathan?
I live with my aunt and her husband. I work with his horses.
You live with aunt and uncle and horses. And tell me, do you have anybody in your life now, Jonathan?
I've met a young lady.
What's her name?
Sarah.
Sarah. And as you connect with Sarah and you look into her eyes, tell me, have you worked with Sarah before, Jonathan? In any other lives?
No.
No? And is it a good match?
She's everything a man would ever want.
She's everything a man would ever want. How beautiful. Well now, Jonathan, what I want you to do is, I want you to close that scene so that we can move forward in that life to get the bigger picture. So when you're ready,